Om. Om. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Aim Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Guruve Namaha. Om Bhurbhuvaswaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Krishnaya Vasudevaya Hare Paramatmane Pranat Kleshanashaye Govindaye Namo Namaha. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mokshiyamamritat. Om Shantihi Shantihi Shantihi. Hari Om Tat Sat. Welcome to today's Yoga Vashistha and Navratri Satsang. Happy Navratri to everybody. 9 nights of goddess celebrations in the form of Durga, Lakshmi, Saraswati, and various other forms that they have. Today is day number 6 of the Navratri, and we had started on Sunday when we did the Bhagavad Gita. That was the first day. So today is the 6th day, and after the 9th day we will have the 10th day, which is Vijayadashmi, celebration of the soul. These 9 nights are very deep. बहुत सुंदर नवरात्रि का समय है. आप सबको प्रणाम. तो ये आनंद लीजिए. कुछ समय हम नवरात्रि के बारे में चर्चा करेंगे, बाकी समय योग वशिष्ठ. Our humble prostrations to the all-pervading Brahman, to our worshipful Guruji, Swami JyotirmayAnanda Maharaj, to all sages and saints, all the scriptures, and to the divinity in each and every one of you. हमारा दंडवत प्रणाम है उस ब्रह्मांडीय ईश्वरीय शक्ति को, हमारे परम पूज्य गुरुदेव स्वामी ज्योतिर्मयानंद जी महाराज को, सब साधु संतों को, ऋषियों मुनियों को, हमारे पवित्र शास्त्रों को, ग्रंथों को, और आप सब में विद्यमान परम ईश्वर को. आप सबको कोटि कोटि प्रणाम. So humble prostrations to everybody. Thank you for your devotion, your bhakti, and your sacrifice that you are doing for enlightenment, self-realization. So no thank you needed, because who thanks who? We are all the same one Atman. We are the same souls. And just like we don't thank our hand when we eat our food, you could, but how many times? So it is a blessing. Each of you are progressing wonderfully, beautifully, and it's good to see this level of bhakti, devotion, and it's all online, which is very rare. But all of you continue your journey and put in your effort, and may the goddess Durga, Lakshmi, Saraswati bless you abundantly, so the soul can emerge victorious. हमारी आत्मा का उद्धार हो, इसी जीवन में हम साक्षात्कार की प्राप्ति कर लें. In this very life we should attain God realization. God has made this human body that it is possible to do so. ये संभव है, but very few put in the effort required. Because the illusion of the world is so magnetic, so strong, pull of the world, like a vacuum cleaner, we get sucked into it. And that is why we need satsanga and swadhyay, scripture, selfless service to constantly remind us that that is not who we are, that is not our essence. तो ये हम याद रखें. So with this, let us join our hands, thank Mother Earth, thank all the elements, thank our good fortune for being here at this moment for satsang. Nothing could be more important. This wealth is perpetual. ये धन जो है कभी नष्ट नहीं होता. Inexhaustible wealth. This is the wealth that goes with you, stays with you, and continues to nourish you while you are alive, and also goes with you after your departure from the physical body. Everything else we know will stay here. Not even the eye of a broken needle can go. And yet we have so many attachments, so many possessions, so many things. So let us use our time wisely. When we use our time in God's memory, in His glory, in Satsanga, that is where we evolve. हम सबका बहुत कल्याण होता है और यही भगवान की कृपा हम पर बनी रहे. May God constantly keep His watchful eye on us, keep His mercy and grace upon each of us, so we don't get deluded, we don't get sidetracked. It is very easy to slip and come tumbling down. Climbing a mountain is very hard. Slipping from it and coming down, very easy. So every step has to be strongly held with lot of faith, dedication. Let us thank our Guruji, Swami JyotirmayAnanda Maharaj, who even today continues his Jnana Yajna, and we are simple, small, like little ants. We are little ants compared to his glorious state. Everything I have today is because of my Guru. I am grateful and thankful that I have had so much contact with him, and now that he resides in my breath, in my mind, in my thoughts, and I don't feel separate from him. It's like as if he's only speaking. His grace is speaking. Otherwise, what do we know? What can we do? You see, when a bridge is constructed, what is a bridge? Crossing from one side of the river to the other. If you don't have a boat or a bridge, how will you cross? You cannot. And when the bridge is constructed, even an ant can cross over it, isn't it? She just goes slowly, but she can cross the bridge and she reaches the other side. So there is hope for every one of us. When even an ant can be saved, why not us human beings who have the evolution, the buddhi, the thought process, and the grace? But it has to be with faith. It can be done. It's a lifelong journey. You can't rush it, you can't push it, you can't fake it. It has to come from your heart. आपके हृदय से ये आवाज आना चाहिए, तो आपका कल्याण होगा. So let us read. As you know, for every satsang we start with our Guru's blessings and then we move on to the satsang. So today Swamiji's message, Guruji says, blessed self adorations, Divyatman Ashirvad. Sit still and be relaxed. शांत होकर सीधा और बिना हिले डुलिए बैठ जाइए और शांति महसूस कीजिए. Be relaxed. Meditate on God as the embodiment of compassion. ध्यान कीजिए कि ईश्वर करुणामय है, करुणा स्वरूप हैं. Let the stream of compassion flow into your heart. ऐसे ही वही करुणा अपने हृदय में लेके आइए. Bring that compassion into your own heart. Think of the spiritual blessings of compassion and the degrading aspects of cruelty. So when we have compassion and love, we make a silent difference. It speaks a lot. Your eyes filled with compassion speak more than eloquent sentences, long sentences that are filled with vocabulary but no action. Empty, 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 no point. Better to be sincere and filled with love than to have a lot of knowledge. So pray to God, let my personality be filled with compassion. तो भगवान से प्रार्थना कीजिए कि मेरा हृदय करुणा से भर जाए, करुणामयी हो जाए, ऐसा प्रार्थना कीजिए. Let there be no tinge of cruelty. Don't be harsh to others. We don't like being treated badly, so we should not treat others badly. Very simple. That is how we should lead our life. When we are in pain, others will also be in pain. So if we can help somebody, we should certainly do so, but definitely not hurt others. That is the important meditation. Think of the quality of compassion within each of us and what can we do. One step at a time. छोटा छोटा बात करना है, बहुत बड़ा बात नहीं करना. We don't need to do large big things, big projects. Small things done with love. As the lotus of compassion blossoms within your heart, you come closer and closer to God. तो जैसे जैसे आपके हृदय का कमल, करुणा का कमल खिलता चला जाएगा, आप ईश्वर के निकट आते जाएंगे. May God bless you. Yours in the Lord, Swami JyotirmayAnanda. So this is the blessings. Meditation is a very profound practice that we all should be doing daily, even if for a little 10-15 minutes. Everybody can spare 15 minutes. So that is a beautiful way to day by day build upon your spiritual effort. तो उसके साथ, that is the message. Let us chant our kirtan and then we will move on to the main satsanga. Hari Om Tat Sat. जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश पाहि मां. श्री गणेश श्री गणेश रक्ष मां. शरवण भव शरवण भव पाहि मां. कार्तिकेय 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 रक्ष मां. जय सरस्वती जय सरस्वती पाहि मां. श्री सरस्वती रक्ष मां. जय गुरु शिव गुरु हरि गुरु राम. जगत गुरु परम गुरु सद्गुरु श्याम. ओम आदि गुरु अद्वैत गुरु आनंद गुरु ओम. चिद गुरु चिद घन गुरु चिन्मय गुरु ओम. जगत गुरु ओम गुरु सच्चिदानंदा. शंकराचार्य शिवानंदा ज्योतिर्मयानंदा. ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय. शिव 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 शिवाय नमः. हर 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 नमः शिवाय. ओम नमो नारायणाय ओम नमो नारायणाय ओम नमो नारायणाय ओम नमो नारायणाय. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. ओम नमो भगवते रामचंद्राय. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Anjaneya, 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 Pahi Mam. Hanumanta, 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 Raksha Mam. Om Shakti, Om Shakti, Om Shakti, Pahi Mam. Brahma Shakti, Vishnu Shakti, Shiva Shakti, Raksha Mam. Adi Shakti, Maha Shakti, Para Shakti, Pahi Mam. Ichha Shakti, Kriya Shakti, Jnana Shakti, Raksha Mam. Ganga Rani, Ganga Rani, Ganga Rani, Pahi Mam. Bhagirathi, 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 Raksha Mam. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Hari, Hari Om. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Hari, Hari Om. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, 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 Om. So in today's satsang, before we shift to Yog Vashisht, which is what our Fridays are always reserved for, Yog Vashisht satsang, but due to Navratri, 9 nights of mother worship, we will also glorify the mother, have a satsang, a brief satsang about the glories of Divine Mother, Navratri, and we had talked about the significance of it on Sunday. And next Sunday we will be day number 8. Today is day number 6. So we will be online on Sunday at 11 a.m. So we will see each of you then, and we will continue Bhagavad Gita and Navratri also, because the yajna doesn't stop. We do Yog Vashisht, we do Bhagavad Gita, so that continues. And if some festival comes in, some occasion comes in, we celebrate that also. So with this, let us glorify the Divine Mother, pray for her blessings, her grace upon each one of us. Like we say, Shakti, Bhakti, Mukti. Lord Goddess Durga gives us strength or Shakti, Goddess Lakshmi, Bhakti or devotion, and Goddess Saraswati, the goddess of wisdom, gives us Mukti or liberation. It is the same goddess. They don't change. They are not different people. Same one God, omnipotent, omnipresent, omniscient, takes various forms, different forms, just like we take different forms. We are a son, a father, an uncle, a brother, an employee, an employer, depending on what you do. So many forms. So today is day number 6 for goddess Katyayani. Katyayani, she is another name of goddess Durga. So to destroy demon Mahishasur, goddess Parvati took the form of goddess Katyayani. Different forms to kill different demons, just like, and we need different tools also within our own instrument portfolio. To control anger, you need a different tool. To control jealousy, lust, passion, and all these evils, attachment, hatred, all these different tools, one thing doesn't work. A surgeon needs so many tools to do his surgery, isn't it? Much in the same way, goddess Parvati took the form of goddess कात्यायनी. तो माँ पार्वती कात्यायनी का रूप धारण करके महिषासुर का वध करी थी. Who is Mahishasur is a demon who was causing a lot of destruction. Mahish means a buffalo. Asur means somebody who is not in sattva, who is not in tune, who is into rajas and tamas. That is what um, Asur is. It was the most violent form of goddess Parvati because she had to be that violent to annihilate that demon who was causing a lot of destruction in the world. In this form, goddess Parvati is also known as the warrior goddess. तो वो युद्ध करके विजय प्राप्त करी थी, इसीलिए उनको हम योद्धा माता भी बोलते हैं. Navratri worship, as we said, is she is the goddess Katyayani. Is we celebrate her on the sixth day. The first day is for um, different Shailputri, etc. There are so many names, 9 different forms of the goddess. Each day we glorify the same goddess with different qualities and attributes. So goddess Katyayani rides on the magnificent lion, lion representing bravery, strength. Don't be afraid of anything. किस बात का भय करते हो? Why are you afraid? Goddess says. She is riding on a lion, and when the lion roars, even elephants get scared, although they are so big, so strong. So, this is how an aspirant should be, like a lion, and depicted with 4 hands. Goddess is reflected with 4 hands. Goddess Katyayani carries lotus flower and sword in her left hands. Lotus meaning upliftment, evolution, kalyan. That is why so many gods and goddesses are holding lotus flower. And sword in her other hand, sword is to cut down obstacles, to break the barriers, to continue to move on, not complain. You have the tools. And keeps her right hand in Abhay Mudra and Varda Mudra. So she has two, since she has 4 hands, Abhay means like this. Don't be afraid. Why be afraid? Abhay means no bhai. No bhai. There is no reason to be afraid of anything. This is by the grace. When God's grace is there, why should you be afraid? When a child is in the lap of his mother, why should he worry? So that is the Abhay Mudra. And then the second mudra is like this, hand going down. So one is like this, one is like this. You see many deities like that doing that. That means that with this they are blessing you, with this they are saying, they are giving you this, they are saying be fearless. So daro nahi, bhay nahi karo. With that raised hand is fearlessness, and this hand is grace of blessings. Varada, whatever you want will come true. You want to get enlightened, you get it, you got it. That song, you want it sincerely enough, you will get it. But the question is, are you really serious about it? What price are you willing to pay to get it? तो हम करना क्या चाहते हैं? We are conflicted human beings. We want all these things, but we are not willing to sacrifice for it. And therein lies the problem. So when many births pass and you have perfected yourself, then a guru comes in your life. A teacher who will clear this mass confusion for you. Because how many books can you read? How many scriptures can you go through? They are endless. Endless. It is an unending ocean upon ocean. So, God personally watches your steps. He knows your problems, He guides you, protects you, and when you are ready, you will evolve better, faster, according to your progress. The divinity helps you. So that is the divine law. It is the law. तो इसमें आपको चिंता करने की जरूरत नहीं है कि अरे मेरे पास गुरु नहीं है, ये नहीं है. बी अ गुड एस्पायरेंट. एक अच्छे साधक बन जाओ, अपने आप गुरु का आगमन होगा. A good guru is bound to come. But are you doing what you need to do? That is the important part. Otherwise, theory, 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 keep listening, and then you close and then forget about it. Those aspirants who work hard and implement the teachings in their daily life are the ones who will be successful. That is what Bhagavad Gita teaches you, Yoga Vashistha teaches you, all the sages and saints give you that same message. So, according to religious texts, goddess Parvati was born at the home of sage Katya, and due to which this form of goddess Parvati is known as Katyayani. Yayani means the daughter, daughter of sage. She was born at the house of a sage. That's why her name is Katyayani. So let us all say 9 times. Om Devi Katyayanaya Namaha. You can chant along. Om Devi Katyayanaye Namaha. Om Devi Katyayanaye Namaha. Om Devi Katyayanaye Namaha. Om Devi Katyayanaye Namaha. Om Devi Katyayane 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 Namaha. Om Devi Katyanaye Namaha. Om means Brahman, the ever one eternal God or consciousness. Devi, goddess, Katyayanai, we just talked about it, son, daughter of sage Katya, and Namaha is twofold. One is I bow down to you, Namaha, we prostrate to you, O Devi, हम आपको प्रणाम करते हैं, आपको दंडवत प्रणाम करते हैं, and the other one means Namama, Na Mama, which means not mine, not mine, not mine, not mine. Vedanta calls it neti neti. ये भी मेरा नहीं है, ये भी मेरा नहीं है. This body is not mine, this mind is not mine, this intellect is not mine. Really mean it when you say it. Don't just think, talk as a pre-programmed thought. Put into the thought, like the car is your instrument. It is not you, isn't it? Much in the same way, this body is not you, it is a tool to use. The mind is a tool to use, your intellect is a tool to use. You are the all pervading Brahman. आप ब्रह्म हैं, भगवान हैं, आप में वो सब शक्ति है. You have that energy, that divinity all within you. That is your essential nature. So we say Namaha. So all the mantras you may have noticed in Sanskrit start like that. Om Dum Durgaye Namaha. Om Aim Saraswatye Namaha. Om Shri Mahalakshmiye Namaha. So we are glorifying each of the goddesses like this. But even if it's not Navratri or any Ishta Devata you have, Om Namaha Shivaya. Om Namaha Shivaya. So understand the Om, the Namaha, and then the deity comes in between, whatever the deity may be. But Sanatana Dharma guides you that these are different names and forms of the same one Brahman. Don't be confused. Don't say they are praying to Krishna, but my God is Hanuman, or my God is Jesus, or this or that. It's all the same thing. Don't overly get confused with it. So, sixth night, we will take some messages from the Devi Mahatmya. Do not crave for wealth and possessions. Most people are always craving, wanting money, spending countless hours of their life trying to do this, trying to do that. But in that process, peace is gone. Shanti nahi hai, lekin dhan ki इच्छा है, ये भी मिल जाए, वो भी मिल जाए. Ultimately, everything is wasted, isn't it? When we go, the only thing that will go with us is how many satsangas we attended, what did we do, what did we help some poor people, did we help the cause, did we make this world a better place than when we came in. अगर वो सब नहीं करा तो कुछ फायदा नहीं. By doing so, so don't crave for Trishna. This is called Trishna. It's like trying to put fire, oil into fire. butter into fire, ghee into fire, and you are saying, why is this fire not stopping? Why is it not coming down? How can it? It will never do so. So, for it to come down, stop doing it. Don't put any more butter in it. Keep, just be calm. It will automatically calm down and eventually it will turn off. Or if you want to do it faster, put some water on it, not ghee. So, by doing so, you become the worshipper of Alakshmi. When you are only running after material wealth, you are worshipping a Lakshmi. In Sanskrit, whatever the word is, if we put a in front of it, it becomes the opposite of that. Dharma, adharma. Dharma means righteousness, adharma, unrighteousness. Completely opposite. So, Lakshmi, auspiciousness, Lakshmi, inauspiciousness. So then you attract the goddess of inauspiciousness. Deserve before you desire. Do you sincerely deserve it? Then you will get it. You don't have to beg for it, it will come. If you truly deserve a certain object or attainment, it will be drawn to you like a piece of iron or a magnet. समझ गए? So in this, I will narrate to you a funny story about goddess Lakshmi. I'm digressing a little bit, but it's fun. It's part of satsang. So Narad Muni, you know, he travels everywhere in all 14 lokas. So he is one day, he sees goddess Lakshmi in a lot of pain. She has bandages on her head and she also has bandages on her toes. And Narada feels very sad. He says, what happened, goddess? What happened to you? You seem hurt. She says, yeah, you know, we have a lot of things to do. The world doesn't leave us so easily. Then he said, so what happened? Why are your toes bandaged? आपके ये जो है पंजे पाँव में चोट कैसे आ गई? What happened? She says, well, you know, um, everywhere I go, everybody is worshipping Goddess Lakshmi, Goddess Lakshmi, Goddess Lakshmi. Come to my house, Deepavali, then mother worship. They're all worshipping, but they don't really want me. They only want money. They are only asking for money and wealth and better houses and things and nicer cars. That's all they ask. Goddess Lakshmi, please come, give me this. She says, but you know what? They're unfortunately unfit for those, so they keep holding my feet and I keep kicking them. She says, I keep kicking them because they are not worthy, they are not ready, they don't know what spirituality means. She says, in this process, you see, I get hurt, my legs start hurting, and sometimes they bleed when I kick them hard. Narada is very sad. He says, oh, Mata, you're right, that is not good. But but what happened to your head? How come you have a bandage on your head? Uh, what happened there? So she says, you know, that's another story. What can I tell you? You have all these sages, saints, compassionate people, people who, gurus, who keep on doing so much good with so little. I want to give them more. I say, please take this, please take this, please take this, and they keep on refusing. She says, I'm banging my head, requesting, please take this. They go away, they walk by. They don't really, they are not attracted to my Maya, they are not attracted to my wealth. What am I to do? I have so much wealth to give them and they don't want it. They don't deserve it and they are begging for it. So there you go. That is the story of goddess Lakshmi. Renounce and enjoy. Ishavasya Upanishad says, Tena tyaktena bhunjitha magrardidh kasyavid dhanam, which means renounce and enjoy. Do not covet anybody's wealth. They have it because of their karma. You will have it because of your karma. And the spiritual wealth you have is beyond any description. It cannot be put into words. The peace you get is not available in the most expensive stores. Even billionaires' homes are bereft of it. They don't have this level of shanti that a person who may have nothing, just faith, may have. So, renunciation is the secret form of worshipping the goddess of prosperity. When you renounce everything, you get everything because you're not craving anymore. Renounce the sense of egoism, the sense of mindness, the sense of possessions. This is mine, that is mine, this ego is mine. How dare you say that? All these things are simply keeping us in the world process, making us feel we are different from others. That is not spiritual, being spiritual. You will then live in this world with an increasing joy of inward freedom, shanti, mukti, bhakti. When you bring these things within you, you will automatically sing, dance in joy, ecstasy will come. All forms of wealth will then flow to you without causing any mental agitation. All forms of wealth will become your maid servant, but first you have to be willing and to be deserving of it. Otherwise, like that goddess Lakshmi's toes only, huh? We'll get the toes, kicks. When you become a saint, she will bow down with her head and she will bang her head for you. She will bleed for you. Please take something. Please take something. It will happen. But we have to be sincere. If you turn to any object, considering it as different from the self, you will be rejected by that object. That is why we face disappointments, rejections. Such is the declaration of Brihad Aranyak Upanishad. Anything that you make your own, you expand your consciousness, becomes your own. Anything that you um, are not deserving for will not come to you. So do not develop the deep rooted erroneous notion that your happiness depends upon an object. It never did, it never will. In fact, your body itself is an object made up of earth, water, fire, air, ether. इन 5 चीजों से आपका शरीर बना है, and one day it will be burnt into dust. That's it. But gain an insight into the fact that, but yet your Atma, your consciousness, which is essentially who you are, has had so many births, so many embodiments. In every embodiment, you had a son, an uncle, a brother, a sister, a cousin, a dog, everything. And who knows which species you were born. You may yourself have been the dog or an ant. So, this journey is unending, and every embodiment, mind you, is as important as this one. Why don't you remember the past ones now? Why do you only love your husband from this life? What happened to the billions of husbands from past lives? We don't know who they are, or wives, or kids. So we have to be introspective. This is not just theory, this is a fact. Fact. Reincarnation is a recycling system of God. Nothing gets wasted. कुछ भी नष्ट नहीं होता है. सब चीज भगवान के उसमें ब्रह्मांड में चलती रहती है. So your Atma is the same way. It is neither created nor it can be destroyed. Energy, same thing. That's what science tells you. Energy, you cannot create it, you cannot destroy it. It is changes form. You also change form. Think of yourself like the ocean and the bubbles being your different lives. Each time you see a bubble, a wave, an eddy, a little brook coming out, all that is nothing. It eventually merges back in the ocean only. So, thus, if your attitude towards objects is permeated by the vision of inward freedom of the self, you will not be deceived by them. Otherwise, most people die. They actually depart from this world thinking they are this body only, because they never took the time to read Bhagavad Gita or attend a satsang. They were always busy in going to casinos or having friends at home or partying or going to work and doing things. all that is okay, no problem. But not knowing why you are here on planet earth, आपका धरती में जन्म क्यों हुआ है, आप क्या करने आए हो, क्या कर रहे हो, और कब तक रहोगे, till when, nobody knows. And so the real journey is the one that is infinity, not this little line segment you are seeing from point A to point B. See? But if you turn to objects without the knowledge of the self within you, you will be lingering in the world of illusions. I just told you, many die. And then that's fine. They come another time, another birth, another place, another species, and slowly one day or the other, they will get to this point of where they will turn away from the world and say, enough, I am in pain, I need help. Just like we call 911 when you see, when you can't handle your problems, what happens? Taken a headache pill, yes. Checked your blood pressure, yes. I'm not feeling good, I'm not feeling okay. Now we got to call 911. We've done everything. Much in the same way, when you understand आपकी आत्मा क्या है, what is your real soul, then you look at world differently. आप संसार को एक भिन्न दृष्टि से देखते हैं. तो ये भगवान की और गुरु की कृपा से संभव होता है. This is possible when God and Guru's blessings come to you, and your own blessings also. There are grace of your parents, grace of God, grace of Guru, teachers, grace of your own self, and grace of the scriptures that we are all together enjoying. These they didn't get created in thin air. Lot of effort went into it. So cultivate Shubha Vasanas or auspicious impressions in your unconscious mind. So what do? We do surgery. In Satsanga, all of you are lying down on an operating table and we are cleaning up your inner consciousness, isn't it? We are creating these grooves of purity, devotion. Who am I? What is my Atma? What is my relationship with God? And we are creating new grooves and removing. When we create new ones, the old ones get thinner and thinner and thinner and phase away, isn't it? So we are creating auspicious impressions in your unconscious, but you cannot see it. दिखता नहीं है ना. You cannot see because you're unconscious. We cannot. That's why they're called antah karana. Your intellect, mind, senses, ego, none of these things we can see with our eyes. We can't even see little microorganisms with our naked eye. आपको माइक्रोस्कोप का जरूरत पड़ेगा, या तारा देखना है तो टेलीस्कोप का जरूरत पड़ेगा. So all these things we need. We cannot even do little things in the world like that. What to speak of trying to capture our thoughts and other things. So when you do repeated japa, जब आप जप करते हैं, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Shri Krishnaya Namah, Om Aim Saraswati Namah, and that is very helpful. Repetition of mantra, because it starts controlling your mind and starts bringing you into a groove in a set pattern. सेल्फलेस एक्शंस, जब आप सेवा करते हैं, किसी गरीब को भोजन खिलाते हैं, दान करते हैं, पुण्य करते हैं, when you donate money, when you give charity, when you help others, all these things are because you are saying to God, God, हमारे पास है, हमारे पास रोटी है, कपड़ा है, मकान है, क्यों नहीं हम उसको दें जिसको इसकी आवश्यकता है, या ऐसी संस्था को दें, और give it to an organization who will use it wisely and help others, because I don't know where to go, I don't know what to do. तो वो धन दान होता है. It is giving resources of money, and that is very good. If you have a skill, a talent, effort you can do that also. Seva karna, and all that is beautiful. And reflect on the self and inquiry into who am I, मैं कौन हूँ. Eradicate ashubha vasanas. Ashubha vasanas are inauspicious impressions, remember. So the whole purpose of satsang is to purify. but then we purify and then we go out and we pick up a pile of garbage and dump it right back into our systems. And not saying everybody does it, but we live in a complicated world, and rajas is very strong. By nature, God has created rajas that it will go out only. And um, if you are not brave, if you are not consistent, if you are not strong, the flow of the world will pull you in its direction. So you have to be vigilant. It is your journey. So, but if once you are firmly established, then nobody can shake you. You become like a big tree. When you are a little creeper, a little plant, even anybody can pull you out, or a little bit of rain can throw you out. But if you become a strong tree, then even thunderstorms will not be able to easily take you out. You have roots. That is what is important. So, eradicate the selfish actions we have done. None of us are perfect. हम में से कोई भी एकदम शुद्ध नहीं है. Because we are mixed, we are born as humans. Otherwise हम देवता बनते या दानव बन जाते if we were very bad. But we have come in a middle embodiment, which means we can get enlightened, we can clean up a lot of our problems. तो violence है, hatred, greed, passion, pride, vanity, all these things will take time, you see. So have patience. And remember, you are not this body, you are the divine self. Who is the divine self? He is a king maker, emperor of emperors. So many emperors work under you. So don't ever say I am poor, I am helpless, I don't have this, I don't have that. Why does God treat me like this? God laughs at you. He says, what is wrong with you? I gave you everything. Everything is within you. Why should you covet the wealth of the not self? You running after these little dollar signs and little things. Do you think they give you happiness? Are people who have a lot of money really happy? They are in pain. They are miserable. And so are very poor people. I'm not prescribing poverty or too much richness. I'm saying lead a balanced, happy, holistic life, and things don't control you, you control them. When they become your master, they will ruin you. The transient objects. So these are, when you renounce this illusory wealth, you are endowed with the eternal wealth of the self. Within you is divinity, within you is God Himself. जब भगवान आपके हृदय में विराजमान हैं, तो आप किस बात से दुखी होते हो? Why do you struggle? Why do you blame others? Why do you say I don't have this or I don't have that? No reason to complain. Become like a breeze of spring that infuses delight in the hearts of others. तो अपने आप को एक हवा के झोंके की तरह समझो. अपनी सुगंध, what does a breeze do? It takes the fragrance of the flower, the rose flower, and carries it with it. Others benefit from it also. So do not become like hot fiery breath that causes pain, but become cool comforting breeze. Sheetal mand sugandh. Sheetal means cool, mand is slowly gentle, sugandh is fragrance. So then you become like the spring season. Then only you become a perpetual worshipper of goddess Lakshmi, and she will bring devotion in your heart. So with this we conclude our Navratri portion of honoring Goddess Katyayani and Goddess Lakshmi. And then 7, 8, and 9 days are for Goddess Saraswati, the Goddess of Wisdom. So moving on to our daily Friday Satsang Yajna, which is called Yoga Vashistha. Many of you are regularly following it. So many of you, like David ji and Meera ji, Shankar ji, all these people are located in London, in Germany, and so on. So it is 4 o'clock over there, 4 a.m. or so. So Brahma Mahurata, early morning, and they are awake and attending this satsang. So that is a beautiful, beautiful tapasya. And when you are willing to put your body into that much effort, God definitely blesses each of you. He watches your sincerity. And so many of us being here, having all the comforts, they just watch it and move on. भाग में नहीं है. It's not in their destiny. So very few people. And also Sushila Prasad ji is watching. She is in New Zealand. I don't know क्या समय हुआ है वहाँ पे सुशीला जी, आप बता सकते हैं. तो lot of you are sincerely working and very pure souls. It gives me great joy. I always tell people, a good aspirant, one good aspirant is better than 20 million useless or average people. 20 million, even more than that. What do you do with quantity? How will it help you? क्या फायदा उस बात का कि ऊपर से तो नमस्कार, अंदर से खिसस्कार, like don't pay attention, or you don't benefit. I would rather have 3 serious aspirants, really good ones, because then we are working together as a team and we are evolving, changing ourselves, and we're getting enlightened. And if you go back into history, you will see all these so-called fakirs and saints and highly. Buddha had only a few disciples. Even they left him after a while. He says that other teacher is talking so many interesting things. Then eventually they came back. Christ same way, just a few shepherds and this and that, fishermen, that kind of people. And out of them also, one of them sold him for 30, what is it, 30 silver coins or something, I don't know. So this is the reality. Don't be attracted by money, by name, by fame, by this, by that. If you do, then consider yourself as an average aspirant, and that you need to continue the journey. It is a long journey. But if you are serious, then what happens is a fire starts burning in you. You cannot stay away. You love satsang. You love to hold the books. You have to peel your eyes to, to get away from satsang. You love it so much. That is the proof right there that you are evolving. Otherwise, it's all theory. People talk theory, very little practice. उससे कुछ कल्याण नहीं होता है. Just honoring the Guru and saying, Guruji, you are great, Guruji, you are great. What good is that? If you are not bringing that teaching into your life, then he's great, fine. But how is it helping you? You have to practically work, ask questions, then we grow together. So moving on to this profound scripture, योग वशिष्ठ एक ऐसा सत्संग है जो आपका कल्याण करने में सक्षम है. It alone is enough to give you enlightenment, provided you put in your sincere effort towards it. अगर आप इस पे पूरा मेहनत करेंगे तो बहुत भारी कल्याण होगा ही. So we are on section 200, the Siddhas praise Sage Vasistha. So we are on the concluding section of Nirvana Prakarana, which means Lord Rama has attained enlightenment, mukti. What we are trying to do, Sage Vasistha is the son of Brahmaji. So he is the guru and a teacher and a student like Lord Rama himself, who is an incarnation of Narayana Bhagavan. So they are our role models and they are guiding us because they know this Maya illusion, the world we have fallen into, is full of trouble. Trouble. Because we do what we are asked not to do. What did they tell to Adam? Don't eat that apple. What did he do? Exactly the opposite. Made sure he ate that apple. See, that is what it is. As human beings, we are complicated. Even if we have nectar, we will say, but why is somebody giving me nectar? We will try to find so many faults in it for that to our own detriment. So King Dashratha here, let's move on to this section. King Dashratha, father of Lord Rama, said, O sage, having listened to your wondrous teachings, I have attained the immutable wisdom of the self, and I experience the fullness of joy within my heart. So remember, the teachings are being given in a palace. तो राज्य दरबार में ये शिक्षा दी जा रही है. And King Dashrath is also sitting and watching the satsang along with all the ministers. There is nothing in the three worlds that can equal the wisdom you have imparted to us. King Dashrath, Lord Rama's father, says, O sage, you have given us this nectar, and with this knowledge that gives us enlightenment, how can we ever thank you? What can we do for you? However, as a token of my devotion, please accept what I am going to offer to you. So, this is why I say, we always say this, that कि गुरु का ऋण हम नहीं चुका सकते हैं. Guru ka rin, the debt to a guru cannot be paid by anything. I cannot pay the debt my guru has given me, this skill, this knowledge, this grace, with anything. Not even this body. Even if I die, what does that do? Not much. It's basically just a body. And then but the guru liberates you. जो आपको मुक्ति दिलाएगा, उसको आप क्या दे सकते हो? So कुछ नहीं दे सकते. We as human beings can only do ज्ञान यज्ञ. We can only make this world a better place by becoming like our guru, following the teachings. That is the best example, the best guru dakshina you can pay, by becoming pure, by becoming kind, compassionate, loving, helping others. That is the essence. And so the king here says, King Dashrath says, I offer to you my entire kingdom along with all my possessions. तो राजा दशरथ क्या बोलते हैं कि मैं पूरा राज्य अपना, जो जो मेरी संपत्ति है, सब कुछ आपको देता हूं. ओ गुरु. कौन गुरु? गुरु वशिष्ठ, जिन्होंने ये आत्मज्ञान राजा को दिया है, भगवान राम को दिया है. तो बोलते हैं, इन एडिशन आई ऑफर टू योर लोटस फीट माई सेल्फ एंड ऑल माई सन्स एंड रिलेटिव्स एज योर स्लेव्स. इसके साथ ही, इतना ही नहीं, नॉट ओनली राज्य दिया है, साथ में मैं और मेरे पुत्र भरत, राम, लक्ष्मण, शत्रुघ्न और हम सब लोग जितने भी हैं, हम सब आपके सेवक बनकर रहेंगे. अब आप जैसा चाहें हमारे साथ करें. सो दिस इज द लेवल ऑफ डिवोशन दैट used to be done in the gurukuls in the old days. These are not just stories, these are historical facts. These things have actually happened, where people have given everything. एंड उस समय तो ये होता भी था, धर्म अर्थ काम मोक्ष. सो एट द फोर्थ स्टेज पीपल वुड लीव देयर किंगडम्स, अपना राज्य दरबार सब छोड़कर वो वन में चले जाते थे. अभी भी सम पीपल डू दैट इवन टुडे. सो ही सेज नाउ डू एज यू प्लीज. तो वो गुरु से इतना प्रसन्न हुए, एवरीबडी वाज सो हैप्पी विद दिस डिवाइन नॉलेज दैट दे हैड रिसीव्ड, that they all felt overwhelmed with devotion. Shri Vashistha now said, Kitna pyar se, with so much love, King Dashrath offered himself, his palace, his people, his sons, everything at the lotus feet of the Guru. Vashistha said, O King, we Brahmins are pleased with mere adorations. Think about it. What a big heart, how kind and compassionate. You know who a Brahman is? Brahman is one who lives in Brahman, who lives in God. So they are already infused with everything. These little trinklets of gold and little money here, there, does not affect to them. You know how to rule the kingdom, Vashisht, that Guru told The king, he says, yeah, you know, you are the king, we are not kings. What will I do with your kingdom? Kingship befits you. So therefore, let it all stay with you only. See, it is the act that matters, not whether you give it or not. If we try to keep on saying, oh, this, that, it will not help. It has to flow from the heart. Then, so he did not accept it. बोले नहीं, हमें नहीं चाहिए, हम तो वैरागी ब्राह्मण हैं, तुम्हारे काम आएगा, अब तुम इसका ध्यान करो. So King Dashrath said, O sage, this kingdom is nothing compared to the bliss of Brahman. तो यहाँ राजा क्या बता रहे हैं कि ये धन संपत्ति, घर मकान, ये सब जो हम लेकर बैठे हैं, इससे हम इतना अहंकार करते हैं कि मैं बड़ा हूँ, तुम छोटे हो, मेरे पास ये है, तुम्हारे पास ये नहीं है, और इस चक्कर में हम घूमते रहते हैं, ये तुच्छ है. दिस इज नथिंग कंपेयर टू द ब्लिस ऑफ ब्रह्मन. जो शांति हमको अपने अंदर से प्राप्त होता है, दैट पीस दैट वी गेट फ्रॉम आवर विद इन is boundless. It is much more greater than all the wealth of this world combined. Why? Because it is transient. What goes with you? Even the rings you are wearing in your hands will go to somebody else only after we pass away, isn't it? So it is with great hesitation that I dare to offer this at your feet. However, please do as you wish. तो राजा बोले, हमने बहुत सोच समझ के आपके चरणों में ये रखा है. अब आप गुरु हैं, जैसे आप बोलेंगे वही होगा. You are our teacher, O Guru, O divine master. Do as you please and do as you wish. So Shri Valmiki states, now it is Valmiki ji who is writing Yoga Vashistha. See, the author is who? Valmiki. He is also the author of um, Ramayana, the Sanskrit version of Ramayana. Before Tulsidas ji came, Sri Valmiki wrote the Ramayana. And he was a highway robber, a murderer. In that very life, he was able to change himself so drastically through a chance encounter of satsanga. जब सत्संग हो गया, सत्संग मिल गया with sage Narada, a highway robber turned into a sage. He turned into, in that very life, So if there is hope for people like Valmiki ji, who was a daku, he was a highway dacoit, a robber, what to say of people whom, like us, where we consider ourselves to be ideally good people or not bad people, at least we are not doing that level of damage to others. So Sri Valmiki relates now, he himself relates, when the king ceased from speaking, Sri Rama stood up with flowers in his hands and spoke. Now, the main student, the main aspirant, everybody else was only listening, but they also found so much benefit from the satsang that they also achieved enlightenment and the feeling of bliss. But Lord Rama was the main student. So, just like when it rains, everybody benefits, isn't it? जब बारिश होता है, सबको उसका आनंद प्राप्त होता है, सबको शांति मिलती है, सब जगह आनंद आता है. Everybody benefits through the rain. So Sri Ramas, but if the container is upside down, then no benefit. If your container is upright, then it will be full to the brim. So, O sage, I have nothing else to offer you other than my profound adorations. Lord Rama says, which I offer at your lotus feet. Lord Rama says, how can Lord Rama offer him anything? He's only 16 years old. 16 साल का उनका आयु है और राज्य उनका है नहीं. He doesn't own the kingdom. The kingdom, Dashrath could say it. He said it, and it was a big hearted thing. He said, बहुत बड़ा दिल निकाल के ऐसा करे. तो भगवान राम बोलते हैं, हम आपको क्या दे सकते हैं, हमारे पास तो कुछ है ही नहीं, तो केवल हमारा प्रणाम, Dandavat pranam swikar kijiye. My profound adorations which I offer at your lotus feet. Lord Rama said to his Guru. Thus saying, Sri Rama bowed his head at the feet of Sri Vashistha and scattered the flowers at his holy feet. That's why Lord Krishna also says in Bhagavad Gita, Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayashyasi, which means you give me some water, a leaf, a flower, or a fruit. I accept. That means I am accessible to the poorest of the poor and the richest of the rich. I don't discriminate. You do whatever comes from your heart. भगवान हमारे पैसे के भूखे नहीं हैं. God is not running after our things, our possessions. So Rama says, I don't have anything other than emotions, and then that is the most precious thing, your bhavana, not the money, not how many resources you have. Shabri, remember, very poor. All her life lived in an ashram, and she got the vision of Lord Rama, and she fed him bear. Bear is called jujubi over here in America and Mexico, etc. So if you eat that bear, it is very, she was eating it and giving him only the sweet ones, throwing away the bad ones. And most people in today's world will say, huh, what a unhygienic, what a wrong thing to do, how bad. But Lord Rama smilingly looked at her face, and she had tears flowing down her eyes, and she was doing it with so much love that he kept on eating everything, every bear she gave him. And he says, you remind me of my mother. He said, looking at you, I think of my mother. And he always praised her devotion. तो नवदा भक्ति बोला जाता है इसको. 9 forms of worship, he says, but oh Shabri, you have all of them. Here Lord Rama is also saying, I'm offering these flowers as uh, as trees offer their dewdrops at the base of the mountain. So just like you give a simple dewdrop, uh, that is what I am doing, Lord Rama said. His face bathed in tears of joy, Sri Rama worshipped his preceptor again and again. So now he had Vairagya. Vairagya. Most of us don't have Vairagya. We are always running in the world is always overpowering us. We consider spirituality as a side dish to our life, and therein lies the problem. Because unless it becomes an all consuming event of your life, जब तक ये भक्ति, शक्ति और भगवान आपको पूरी तरह से नहीं जकड़ लेते, तब तक संसार ने आपको जकड़ा हुआ है. You cannot be in 2 boats at the same time. So get on the boat of God, everything else will be added unto you. Huh? That's what even Christianity says, right? Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven and all else shall be added unto you. मतलब पहले भगवान को पकड़ो, संसार अपने आप आएगा. Everything will come automatically. So his face, Sri Rama worshipped. Shatrughan, Lakshman, other princes followed by example of Rama by offering their adorations to the holy feet of the sage. So now his other brothers also followed suit. They also did that and honored the sage, which means that lead by example. When good people do something, everybody else follows, isn't it? That is why it is important for spiritual teachers, leaders, gurus, guides to be practicing what you preach. Otherwise, don't preach it. Don't say something if you can't do it, or at least try your best to do it. Don't, there are so many people have made this a business, unfortunately, in today's world. आजकल के संसार में लोग इसको भी बिजनेस की तरह, ओके, यू नो, oh, we'll do this, we need so much money, we will come and we will preach, but give us so much money, give us so much resources, and everything is about money, 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 money. No wonder people are upset. No wonder they are scared of gurus. Because wherever there is real gold, there is more fake gold, isn't it? And it's cheaper. cheaper. तो जो सस्ता सोना है वो सस्ता भी है लेकिन बेकार है, useless, no point. Blind leading the blind, we will all fall into a ditch and be gone. Better to be few. So, but whatever the good teachers do, everybody else follows. So, Lord Rama touched the feet, now all his other brothers are also following that example. This was followed by the offering of flowers and adorations from numerous kings, Brahmins, sages, and others who were present in the royal assembly of King Dashrath. So, this is the kind of the concluding stages where the whole knowledge has been given. This Yog Vashisht is a very deep and very long scripture. So, now we will start again after we finish this, but it takes years to understand. So this is a lifelong journey, and I don't give you any graduation certificates either. No big name and fame and no icing on the cake. Your heart will tell you. You will know where you are. You will progress, and then there is no certificate that can compare to that. Priceless. So Sri Vashistha, revealing his face from the midst of flowers, even as the sun would reveal in the midst of the clouds, spoke to Vishwamitra and other sages. So now Sage Vashistha has been diligently guiding and teaching and preaching and helping and answering questions, deep questions. Who can do it? One who has actually done it. Actually done it. Only then you can give this knowledge. It is the knowledge of the self. Brahma Vidya, it's called Brahma Vidya. So this cannot be given unless you have it yourself. And each person gets it according to his own capacity, his own time, his own understanding. No two people wear the same specs, right? My glasses are different than yours, my prescription is different, although we both have a seeing problem, but my glasses won't work for you, yours may not work for me. That is how spirituality is also. Some of us like karma yoga, some like bhakti, some dhyana, some jnana, but ultimately it's a blend of everything. So now Vashisht Muni said, O Vishwamitra, the most glorious blossom from the family of Gadi. And he's saying, he's now the sage, the main guru, Vashishth Muni, is honoring all the other enlightened masters also. There are many enlightened masters. Even King Janak, Sita's father, was an enlightened master. And then Ram had got enlightened, Dashrath, and now all the people attending the Satsanga were also enlightened masters. So Vashishta is recognizing each of them also, not just, it's not about physically somebody taking credit, okay, I am the guru, so now bow down to me or do this, do all that is just surface level stuff. वो सब का बात नहीं है. लेकिन गुरु कौन है? जो अंधेरे से उजाले में ले आए. He is the one who shows you the light and takes you out of your misery. Otherwise, so many lives have come and gone. This one will also come and go only. But something strikes, something makes you go back. Listen to that satsang again, and from there your life may change, just like my life changed. Had I not met my guru, where would I have been? So Sri Vashishta said, O Vishwamitra, the most glorious blossom, O Vamadeva, O Nimi, Kritu, Bhardvaj, Pulatsya, Atri, Narada, Shandilya, O sage of the assembly. All these sages were physically present at the assembly hall of the palace, king's palace. So very royal, very nice, teaching us that it's not the money or the lack of it. You can be a king and be enlightened, you can be a poor person and be totally useless, or the vice versa can also be true. So everybody can be enlightened. We have to have the desire. So here he is honoring all these sages and saints like Vamdev, Nimi, Kritu, Bhardwaj, Pulatsya, Atri, sage Narada, sage Shandilya. He says, O sages of the assembly, all of you have heard my exposition of spiritual philosophy. If there has been any defect in my teachings, please be kind enough to let me know. See, humility, humility, not arrogance. If anybody is talking with a sense of pride and arrogance, and I know this and I am the master, cannot be a true teacher. A true teacher, like a fruit tree, bends down. Even if people throw stones, he will still give you fruits only. Such is the teacher. तो जो भी एक अच्छे गुरु हैं, शिक्षक हैं, अध्यात्म आचार्य हैं, वो केवल करुणामय ही होते हैं. सो नाउ ही इज आस्किंग सो ब्यूटिफुली कि अगर कुछ क्षमा याचना हुई हो तो माफ करना. So if I have made any mistake, please forgive me. That is why we do the Shankaracharya prayer. After every satsang, we do Karacharana Kritam Va Kayajam Karmajam Va Shravana Nayanajam Va Manasam Va Paradham Vihitam Vihitam Va Sarvame Takshamaswa Jai Jai Karunabdhe Shri Mahadev Shambho. Why do we do that? We say, oh God, when we speak, when we listen, who knows how many useless thoughts may have come into our mind, how many wrong things we may have uttered. From our hands, we may have done something, feet, mind, senses, intentional, unintentional. So please forgive me, O God, for we have no other way to reach you. These are only the tools we have: hand, talking, speaking, listening, and we will make lots of errors, but please be kind and kshamasva. Kshama means please forgive them, and we humbly raise our hands like a child raises his hands to his parents so they can pick him up. We do the same. That is the prayer. So when we do all these mantras, they are very, very, very deep. Even though you don't understand, that's okay. Just the chanting of the Sanskrit mantra is highly beneficial. So he's asking, like all humble teachers, if there has been any fault, please guide me and I will work. Think of it, an enlightened master already having everything, asking for with that humility. The assembled sages then said, O great Brahman, O Vashistha Muni, there have not been any defects in your teachings. You are you have done wonderfully well. As fire purifies gold, your words have purified our souls. Just like you clean your brass with a shining thing and then it shines again, copper, same thing, you shine it and it shines, otherwise it starts getting dull. Much in the same way, the sages say, you have given us this knowledge and we have all been shined by your grace. We are all now glowing, and you also benefited because by your teachings that whole atmosphere has become purified. As the lotus unfolds by the rays of the moon, the lotus of our heart has blossomed by the nectarine words of the wisdom from your lips. So just like जैसे कमल खिलता है तो much in the same way, when the lotus sees the sun, what happens? It opens up beautifully. Lilies open at night, I think, in the moon, and the lotus opens up at the sun in the morning, and at night it droops. Much in the same way, O Guru, O teacher, your light has given us wisdom and your lips have given us comfort. That those words. So Sri Valmiki narrates, Valmiki, the author. He has written Yoga Vashistha again. Having spoken words of praise, the sages covered sage Vashistha with flowers. Then they praised King Dashrath and adored Lord Vishnu in the form of Rama and his brothers. So he says, the heaven and earth were filled with words of praise for the sage. So, with this level of joy, ecstasy, bliss in the air, atmosphere. Everybody was overjoyed at that moment. So imagine how it must be in a beautiful setting inside the kingdom of King Dashrath. It is in Ayodhya, and Ayodhya, I told you last Friday that there is a new temple coming up of Lord Rama, a gorgeous, big, heavy, very beautiful temple, because it was disputed for a very long time. And now in 2024, January, it will be opened. And I'll try to see if I can find a link, and I'll put it on the Sanatana Dharma page so that most of you can see this beautiful scripture that we are doing touches the hearts of millions and perhaps billions of people, not just millions, because so many other countries outside of India also do Ramayana. In Russia, Indonesia, so many countries, they are following these teachings deeply. So the heaven and earth were filled with praise for the sage. Om Shri Guruve Namaha. Dhyana Moolam Guror Murti, Puja Moolam Guru Padam, Mantra Moolam Guror Vakyam, Moksha Moolam Guru Kripa. So when we think, if we are sincere as aspirants, our Guru should be just like our God. Guru is not a physical body. We shouldn't confuse him that, oh, and he may have faults also, but none of that means anything. He is there to liberate you, to guide you. So therefore, ignore his faults, pick up the good things, and evolve, fly. You are meant to fly. His job is to make you fly, to give you wings, to give you strength, to give you courage, to know you can do it in this very life. So, Dhyana Moolam Gurur Murti. So, as soon as you see the face of your Guru, you should start feeling meditative, and that grace should bless you. Puja Moolam Guru Padam. Your worship should be at the lotus feet. If you have worshipped the lotus feet of the Guru, all the gods come into it. All of them are included into it. Why? Because the Guru has God's sanction. His grace has come on him to guide others. We are not talking about greedy people or fake gurus. We are talking about enlightened gurus who are very, very, very rare in this world. So, Puja Moolam Guru Padam, Mantra Moolam Gurur Vakyam. Whatever word comes out of the Guru is a mantra, a chant for you that will change your life forever. And Moksh Moolam Guru Kripa. If the Guru becomes happy, his grace falls on you, then liberation will follow. It is a maid servant of devotion. It has to follow, no doubt about it. So that is the glory, and that's how actually these kings were also feeling. And that was the Gurukul system. Kul means the family. The Guru's family is called a Gurukul. So when we say Satsang family, we can also say Gurukul. It's the same thing. But Gurukul is traditional meaning of Gurukul is people used to stay there in the Guru's ashram, and they would all do work. They would cut wood, they would cook the food, they would, so like a big ashram in modern days, but it was more traditional at the time. There was no electricity, there was no running water, so people, the students had to go to the river, get the water from there, wash the dishes there, etc. So life was certainly hard. Now we have all the comforts and the conveniences, and yet we are always complaining. Why are we not happy? You are sitting at home and Amazon brings things to you. Everything is happening. So, in reality, you are living richer than the richest of the kings from that time. So, learn to be living in gratitude and find satisfaction and joy in your own heart. So, with this, we conclude our satsang today. And instead of our regular arti, today we will do Durga Mata ki arti, because it is Navratri auspicious time. We will do that arti, and I will briefly explain in English, not in very specific detail, but just the highlights, because then most of you I know will not understand otherwise the arti itself. And next Friday we will be covering section 201. Sri Rama describes his blissful experience. So now we will hear from Lord Rama himself about his journey of enlightenment that he has attained. Okay, so let us do this arti together. But let me give you a few meanings of this arti. Jai Ambe Gauri, Jai Ambe Gauri, Mangal Karani, Anand Karani, which means, O Mother Gauri, O Lord Shiva's consort, O Parvati Mata, O Mother, we are prostrating to you. You are the giver of auspiciousness, and wherever you are, there is joy and happiness. So we every day think of you, not only we, but also Lord Hari, which is Lord Vishnu, Lord Brahma, and Lord Shiva. Even they are meditating upon you and thinking upon you, O Goddess, O Mother. You have a vermilion in your head. It's called sindoor. Those of you uh, Indians may know, but I don't know. I think most of you know, when there's this wedding, they do a red vermilion. They put sindoor in the forehead, indicating you are now married. So if somebody seeing you from far away, you have sindoor and a bindi, they know she's taken. So nobody will bother you. Mang sindoor virajat. So this is what the mother is also got sindoor, because she has her husband Lord Shiva Mrigmad Koti ko. So she has a beautiful tilak, like we do, and we decorate our foreheads. So she has that, and both her eyes are full of radiance. Ujjwal se do naina Chandra Badanani ko. Even the moon's light is fading compared to the glory of her beautiful eyes, and her ornaments are shining like gold, and um, and the redness in her is so beautiful, and she loves red flowers, and she's wearing a red beautiful attire that looks beautiful, and she has a red garland in her neck that is giving beautiful divine fragrance that she is enjoying. So basically we are glorifying the mother by singing this arti. Arti means a devotional hymn that we are honoring the goddess in this case. Kehar vahan rajat khadag khapar dhari. So then she holds all these instruments, as we saw, like the mace and the arrow and all that, and also gives us blessings. So you can remove the sorrows of all your devotees, and you are wearing beautiful earrings also, and they are shining like diamonds. Koti Chandra Divakar Rajat Samjoti. So basically everything is so glorious about you, O Mother. And then not only that, you are so feminine and so pretty and so beautiful, like all the beauty in the world comes from you. um, and not only that, you are also very, very brave. You are stronger than many demons. You have killed Shumb and Nishumb, these two demons, and Mahishasur, which, these nobody could kill them, even gods couldn't kill them, but this Devi, with her beautiful skill and glory, killed all these. And she also killed Dhumra Vilochan, and her eyes are as if intoxicated. They are just looking into her eyes, looks like you are looking into lotuses. Chandamund dau mare shonat bid. So she again killed many, many demons, Chandamund, etc., and then Madhu Kaitab. So each of these is the same Devi, sometimes as Durga, Lakshmi, Saraswati, but she is basically removing evil from this world. Tum Brahmani, Tum Rudrani, Tum Kamalarani. And O goddess, how can we human beings, full of faults, even begin to praise you? We don't have words. And then you have all these 64 yogini. There are 64 yoginis, like these divine energies with so much power. They are dancing around you. They work with you like your servants, and they follow your orders and bring order to the world. You are bringing, you are our mother, so we are praying to you, and you remove our pain. And not only you remove our pain, you also guarantee our success, and you give us happiness and joy, and also our material needs that we need to survive with our, for our food, shelter, clothing, everything you do, O mother. Bhuja char ati shobhit abhay suvardhari. You have four arms, and you are giving us the comfortable hand of abhay, meaning fearless. Don't be fearful. And that is giving us so much comfort. And through you we get whatever we ask for. It is absolutely amazing, O mother. And then we are humbly doing this arti, where we are giving this light to you, O goddess, like we show a small candle in front of the sun to honor the sun. It's not that the sun needs our candle light. Much in the same way, O mother, not that you need any of our glory, but we have nothing else to offer you other than our tears and our sincere appreciation that comes from our heart. And Ambe ji ki aarti jo koi nar gaye, whoever chants this arti of goddess Ambe, goddess Durga, Kehet Shivananda Swami, Sukh Sampati Pave. So the sages and saints and all the realized souls say that soul becomes eternally happy. They find joy and sampati, material comforts for their evolution. So then they don't have to always worry about their next meal, or how will this happen, how will that happen, right? So I have quickly explained to you this whole meaning. Now I will chant the arti in Hindi. So now hopefully as I chant, you will be able to comprehend the deeper meaning that we just all enjoyed together. Hari Om Tat Sat. So let us chant. It is Goddess Durga's Arti, which is also Gauri Ma. Goes like this. Jai. Let me first do the Arti and then light the light. May this light, why do you turn the light on? Why do we light a candle? We put some ghee in it always. You cannot see it, but it is to bring purity. Otherwise the wax itself is not so good. Ideally it should be a ghee deepak, but which is done in temples. But sometimes it's the devotion, and the light itself means the light within your heart. May God light, give us light, so we can see the reality of our life and enjoy that light and radiate with joy. So that is the essential meaning. We will sing one paragraph with this arti, and then I will have to put it down and do the full arti with it. Jai Ambe Gauri Maya, Jai Ambe Gauri Maya, Mangal Karni Maya, Anand Karni. Om Jai Ambe Gauri, तुमको निश दिन ध्यावत हरि ब्रह्मा शिव जी. जय अम्बे गौरी, जय श्यामा गौरी मैया, जय अम्बे गौरी. मांग सिंदूर विराजत मृग मद कोटि को, उज्ज्वल से दो नैना चंद्र बदननी को. ओम जय अम्बे गौरी. कनक समान कलेवर रक्तांबर राजे, रक्त पुष्प गले माला कंठन पर साजे। ओम जय अम्बे गौरी। के हर वाहन राजत खड्ग खपर धारी, सुर नर मुनि जन सेवक तिनके दुखहारी। ओम जय अम्बे गौरी। कानन कुंडल शोभित नासाग्रे मोती, कोटिन चंद्र दिवाकर राजत समज्योति। ओम जय अम्बे गौरी। शुंभ निशुंभ विदारे महिषासुर घाती, धूम्र विलोचन नयना धूम्र विलोचन नयना निश दिन मदमाती। ओम जय अम्बे गौरी। चंड मुंड दौ मारे शोणित बीज हरे, मधु कैटभ संहारे सुर भय भीत करे। ओम जय अम्बे गौरी। तुम ब्रह्माणि रुद्राणि तुम कमला रानी, आगम निगम बखानी तुम शिव पटरानी। ओम जय अम्बे गौरी। 64 योगिनी गावत नृत्य करत भैरो, बाजत ताल मृदंगा और बाजत डमरू। ओम जय अम्बे गौरी। तुम ही जग की माता तुम ही हो भरता, भक्तन की दुख हरता सुख संपत्ति करता। ओम जय अम्बे गौरी। भुजाचार अति शोभित अभय सुवर धारी, मन वांछित फल पावत सेवत नर नारी। ओम जय अम्बे गौरी। कंचन थाल विराजत अगर कपूर बाती, श्रीमाल के तू राजत कोटि रतन ज्योति। ओम जय अम्बे गौरी। अम्बे जी की आरती जो कोई नर गावे, कहत शिवानंद स्वामी सुख संपत्ति पावे। ओम जय अम्बे गौरी। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव, त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव, त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव, त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव। ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। Let us all do 3 Triambakam together for all the world wars, the pain, the kidnappings, the hostages in Israel and Palestine, Russia and Ukraine, and also within the US, the disharmony in the government, all kinds of pain. And may this Triambakam mantra help all these souls who have lost their way, and may God give them good intellect. Sabko sanmati de Bhagwan. So let us all chant 3 Triambakams. May all who need it, who are struggling in health or physical, material resources, whatever it may be, may they all benefit. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Rityor Mukshiyamamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Rityor Mukshiyamamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. Om Karcharanakritam va Kayajam Karmajam va Shravananayanajam va Manasam va Paradham Vihitam va Sarvametakshmasva. जय जय करुणाब्धे श्री महादेव शंभो, जय जय करुणाब्धे श्री महादेव शंभो, जय जय करुणाब्धे श्री महादेव शंभो। समस्त लोकाः सुखिनौ भवन्तु। ओम ब्रह्मर्पणं ब्रह्महविर् ब्रह्माग्नौ ब्रह्मणाहुतं ब्रह्मैव तेन गन्तव्यम् ब्रह्म कर्म समाधिनः। अहं वैश्वानरो भूत्वा प्राणिनां देहमाश्रितः प्राण अपान समायुक्ता पचामन्यं चतुर्विधं। हरिः ओम तत्सत्। ब्रह्मर्पणमस्तु। समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु। ओम शांतिः शांतिः शांतिः। Hari Om Tat Sat. Thank you to each one of you for joining us. We will see you on Sunday morning at around 11 a.m. It will be day 8 of Navratri still. So we will do some Navratri plus Bhagavad Gita together. May God give you strength, health, happiness, joy, peace, prosperity, and whatever else you need for your evolution. May you all be blessed. आप सबका मंगल हो, कल्याण हो, ईश्वरीय कृपा आप सब पर भरपूर रूप से रहे। ओम तत्सत, ओम तत्सत। शक्ति, भक्ति, मुक्ति। One Devi gives you all strength, devotion, wisdom. May we all follow this path of integral yoga, which is fully comprehensive and enough to give you pure ecstasy even while you're doing your daily duties and work. Spirituality becomes 24/7. Hari Om Tat Sat. Aap sabka kalyan ho. We will see you soon. And now I will sign off. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.